So here let's add few more resources like the category. So for the category, this is our category controller. Now to fetch the category, we need to add uh, response HTTP servlet response header here. Response, the one that we have edited in the products. For the category, here we'll add admin panel, base source, name, category. In the category list, until we not add a list, it will not fetch the records data. Great. Text field. These are the fields that I've edited. These are two categories that we have. Category edit here. Move in the category edit. We'll just basically have simple form, text input, source name, code, and description. So this is display the category edit form. Now in the category edit, we'll also give option array input to or edit the category types. Simple form iterator. The same fields for the category types. So this all are the category types. Now let's say if we add one more, And let's click on save. We do see it has called this request and passing the data. And let's change this to this. Let's restart the application. Now it will try. Now we are getting the response sweatshirt from the API, and sweatshirt also has been added in the category types. So this is how we can update the details from this admin panel. Now in the products, we are going to add one more form for creating the product. So for the creating the products here, let's add create. So here we'll add a simple form, text input. Let's give source name, and here we'll add validate required. Slug description, price, brand. Now here we'll refer some few. Let's add a comment here. Refer category fields, boolean input, source, new arrival. Okay, now we have added the category field here where we are displaying man and woman category. Add category type ID. So category type ID, we need to be select when the category is selected. So let's go to the code here, and inside this category, we'll add one component. This is basically to for category type select. Let's give this name category type input.js. This is category type input. Let's add a input type input field here. So we'll use select input. Source is category type ID. Okay, so now here the category type ID, we need to select it according to the selected category. So let's add here. First we need to see the value of the selected category. So for that we'll do here constant category equal to use watch. So basically we need one dependency for the React for getting the form values. So for that I'm going to install here React hook form. So let's do npm install React hook form. So now here we'll call use watch, and the name, we need to pass the name here. So let's pass name as, we are using category ID, so let's pass it category ID here. And let's print the category. So once we select the category here, like here we selected category man, so we are getting the category man ID. And if we select it woman, then we'll get the category type ID, sorry, category ID as for the woman. So this is we need it because we need to filter it the data from the categories. So here let's add here constant use get list category, and here we'll give the category type use memo, data dot find category dot id is equal to this category, and here we'll return the category types, so that we'll get it from the API response. Let's see the, so let's check that this is the category types that we'll need to return it. And here let's give it choices. So for the choices we need to pass these category types. So like this, now here if we selected category man, we see here the man category types, and if we selected woman, then we can see here the choices that is category type for the woman category. So these all are the required fields. Let's make this also required. So this is the field that we have added for category type. Now There are other fields that we needed, right? Like the thumbnail, right? To select the thumbnail. For the thumbnail, we'll basically pass a field image input. So for the thumbnail, we'll use image input. Let's put it here, image input, source, thumbnail. Let's give it the label. The selectable image field for selecting the thumbnail. Now we need to add the fields for providing the resources and variants. So for providing the variants and resources, we need to use the array inputs. So let's add here array input. Like the way we have used in the category edit. So source will give the variants. Let's give here source variants. Let's give here simple form iterator. Here we'll use number input. Source is quantity. Default value 1. So this is how we can create a array input fields. So now here we need to add few more fields in these variants, like we need a color and size. So let's give here text input, source color. This is how we can give it the values for the variants. Even for the color, we can give it the selectable field. So let's create here, because in the application we are providing the colors. So if it's do see filter color, the component filter component. So these all are the colors that we are using in the application. So here let's give the select input, source color, choices, color selector. This is the selectable field, the colors in the list that we can select it while adding the product, and here we can provide the quantity. Also, we do need one more field for this size, so let's add here select input and source size choices. So for the size we can create a size selector here, size selector. we, we can start with small sm. So this is the size selectable field. Added one more property here, resettable, so we can reset the values. Now one more field that we needed is the resources array input. Product resources source product resources select uh, select input field. Resource will be type choices. Let's give just one choice for now, image, and boolean input is primary, and the image input source URL label product image. So this is the input that we have given for product resources. Here we can define the name, product image, type, and if it is primary or not. Let's just make few more changes here, like the price. Here we can use number input rather than text field, the text input, and we don't need to define type number here. So for the price and for the rating we can use this number input. The rating we don't need to provide it while creating the product, but I have added it. So if we want to add it, we can add the rating, but this is not a mandatory field, so let's remove this and edit. So now we have created the form for creating the product. Now when we click on save, it will make an API call to our backend. But before that, when we select the images, we need to convert into a URLs. So for that, in the middle, we'll add some middleware handler function, which is basically called before saving that product into the backend. So for that, let's go to the admin panel.js. Now at here, we were using data provider with simple REST provider. So here we'll use with life cycle callback. Let's use here with life cycle callbacks that will get it, that we can get it from React admin, and here we'll pass. Now here in the first argument we need to pass it the simple REST provider, the one that we are passing, and then we need to pass it array. So in this array we can define the resources methods like resource products and then we need to define it. We need to override the methods, the handler functions. Like here we can do before create, before delete. So let's do before create async. Here we'll get the params, data provider, and here let's do return blank, and let's print it here, console log params. Okay, so now let's go back to the browser. Here I'll just give some random detailed test product, or let's create a product, uh, black t-shirt. For the image, we need to provide here in the create product. Let's give this as here image field, so that will display the selected image. So this is the image that we have selected. Now let's give color black, size, let's create these sizes. In the product resources, we'll give the name black t-shirt. Same thing, we need to provide it for the image. Okay, so now when we click on save, so here we are now able to see we are printing the params. So this console log we are getting that we have added the console log statement at here, and we just returning the empty object. So this is what we have selected. In the thumbnail we see there is a raw file. In the product resources also there are some raw files is there. Now we need to upload these images before saving it into the DB. That is, we need to get the URL before calling to the backend API. So for that, even if we see here the products, so this is the call that it is making for the product. Now here we'll handle the logic to upload the images to the CDN. Then we'll return the actual object that we need to pass it to the API. So let's do that. Now here let's create the body, the form data that we need to send it to the cloud, to the CDN. So let's create, first add here constant URL. So here let's add a method to upload the file in the backend code. So here let's add here post mapping, response entity, file upload. So now let's add the logic here for uploading the file to the CDN. So here let's add a service for uploading the file. We'll call it file upload service. Let's give this as service. This is the method that will upload the file to the CDN. Now let's add here private string storage zone, and we need one more file upload key. Let's add the domain also, private string file host URL, file host name, and let's give this as now let's add try catch here. This here will return the status code. So let's add here string URL equal to file host name, so this will be the URL for the file upload. Let's create here URL equal to, let's give this as URL string, and here we'll do HTTP URL connection connection dot set request method. Here we need to pass the some headers like access key So here let's add that connection type. Here we need to give the content type and connection dot set do output true. And here I'm going to add few code here. The file dot get size. So this is the code that I've added here for reading the file, and then we need to pass it to the this outstream, and then here we'll do the from here we'll get the response message and the response code. So here either we'll get the 201 or we'll get 400, and there can be a 401 if the API key is invalid. So this in the from the file upload controller, we call this at auto-write file upload service. Here we need to define the argument like request param file required true, and here the second parameter that we need is file name. So this is the response that we return it from this API. Now let's use this API in the UI. So at here in the admin panel, we were creating the form data request. So here in the API folder, let's create a request for upload the file. Let's call it file upload.js, and here we'll use the same request that we just added in other places, file upload API, and here we'll send the data API file. Now let's use this API. At here we'll basically call constant thumbnail file upload form data. So here let's put it inside the let's put it in the form data dot append file, and here params dot, so the request that will get it in for the thumbnail in inside params data dot raw file in form data dot append file name. So the file name that we need to put it here like this, constant file name params dot data dot name replace all trim plus new date dot get time. Let's give this file name here. So then here we'll call the thumbnail response. Let's create here request body equal to params. So then here inside request body dot params dot data. So in the request body dot thumbnail we'll set it the URL, this CDN URL plus file name. Also now inside these params we'll get a product resource also. So for each product resource we need to basically call this file upload API. So here we'll do params dot data dot product resources Let's put this in a variable product list. So I will do product resource list dot map product resource. So here we'll do the same thing from here. We'll create this file file name, and here basically product resource dot url dot raw file. So once we get the file upload response, then we'll do here return product resource and URL. So we'll basically change the URL now. So the URL will be here cdn plus file name, and then at here we'll do params dot data thumbnail, or simply was just we can do request body and product resource list, that is from here. Let's define that parameters that we are using here, storage on file upload key. This we need to define in the application properties. So I've added all that properties in the VM arguments, and now let's restart this application. So now if we'll try it from the browser, let's save it, getting network error. Also let's add here in the file upload, inside headers, we'll put it get headers, and one more header that is for the content type. So here just updated few more things, like here added wait promise not all. So this will create a new product list, and also I have changed the before create to before save. So this will basically return the object before saving the data. And then we have here CDN URL, that we once we get the successful response from the upload API, file upload API, then we are setting in the CDN URL. And also the place where we are creating product, so in the variants we need to pass it as stock quantity. So let's try now, black t-shirt new. Let's give the rating blank. Now if when we click save, okay, so we are getting some issue. Probably the issue is due to the image, the format of the image is not correct. So now we see the element has created. Now if we go to back, like here we do see this is the product that we have added. So here just change the size here for the buffer, downloaded the another image for the product, and we'll try that. So let's create new product, black t-shirt 2024. So let's give this thumbnail variant black. Let's save this product. Okay, so the product has been added. We got the success message, and now let's go back to the products. Okay, so this is the product that we have added. So if we go to back to the main categories, here we'll see this product that we have added recently. And also if we go to fetch the details, so yeah, we are able to get the details for this product. Now let's try to add this to the cart. So yeah, this is working. Let's do checkout. Let's complete the payment. So here we go. The order has been placed, and if we go to back to the order details, we'll be able to see that order. So this is the order that we have placed, and also we can go to this manage admin. Here we can create number of products. Also we can export the data from this list. These all are the products that is there in our DB, and these are the categories. We can create new category if we want. So yeah, this is about the admin panel, where we can create the product. Also we can add few more fields to edit this product, like the images that we have added. So for that also, if you want to get more details about this React admin, you can check out the React admin documentation. It is very easy. Like let's say if you want to add the edit product fields, right, like the thumbnail, so here you can just follow the documentation and you can add the respective field there. Like we need here list page, uh, input. Here we go, inputs. So here we have inputs. Now let's say if we want to use the image input, so here you can get the image input, and let's copy this. We'll put it here. Source thumbnail. Let's give the label here, and also we can provide here image field, and in the image field, let's give here source thumbnail. So here we go. We can see here the selected image, and we can change it from here. And for the other fields, like if we want to give it uh, the product resources, or let's say if we need to display the variants, so like these product resources and variants, we can just copy the one that we have added here. We just need one more field here. this image input. Before this image input, let's import this. So this all the fields that we have added for the edit component. This is all the uh, this is the variant data, and below we have this resource product resources data. And if we change anything here, it will give us option to save the data so that we can save it. So yep, this is about the products, managing the products from the admin panel. Now this is the last part of the course, and yeah, till here we have created the complete application using React and Spring Boot, and also we have uh, created the checkout order and payment integration. So yeah, we have covered a lot of things here, and now we'll meet uh, in another project that will be available in a few days.